Hello, welcome to a special edition of Mustang News. I'm Connor McCarthy. Last week, the Cal Poly student body voted for a new ASI president and ASI board of directors. Last week, the student body voted Riley Nilsen to be the next ASI president. And today, I am joined with Riley. Welcome, Riley. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing well. So how has the whole atmosphere been since you won the presidency?
It's been very exciting. The campus has been super supportive, as well as my campaign team. We've just had a lot of celebrating and just so grateful for the group that I've had behind me, not just the last, 15 days now, but the last 2 months. So it's been great.
So I guess what is your next step now?
So for the rest of this year, I'm going to finish out my responsibilities as the chair of the board of directors, but I'm also transitioning into more of the role of the president, and this is just going to meetings, meeting new people, understanding the difference between the chair's role and the president's role, and so also transitioning for the next month as well.
So I guess what's the biggest difference between the president and the chair of the board of directors? What is the most important responsibility the president has now?
So the ASI president is responsible for maintaining relationships with our local officials, with administrators, and they really serve as the face and voice of the student body. The chair of the board facilitates the meetings that have all of the ASI directors sitting on it. So I'm kind of just the one who is guiding a group of elected students, whereas the ASI president gets to be more proactive with programming or initiatives. So that'll be really exciting to be a part of next year.
Nice. So then I guess with Jana Colombina leaving, are you going to continue what she started, kind of continue her leadership style, or are you going to have your own unique style of leadership in ASI?
Yeah, I think Jana and I are very similar in a lot of ways, and she's done an amazing job this year and really set the foundation for a lot of great things, and I definitely want to continue that, but I also want to focus on my platform, which was building relationships, providing more resources, and advocating for student rights. So I'm going to definitely move in that direction, but also maintain and uphold definitely the strong foundation that Jana has built as well.
So I guess when we go into fall quarter then with your new style of leadership, what is the first, event or, event that you would do to kind of push your platform out there and show the student body that you're really working for them?
Yeah, so right now I'm recruiting for my executive cabinet. So those applications open on Monday, May 8th. And so with that, I kind of get to see the scope of students that are interested in being a part of student government, what they feel the pulse on our campus is, and then hopefully we'll have a strong team and a strong dynamic of students that represents a great cross-section of our campus needs and priorities. So that'll be really exciting because those are the ones that are going to be leading our programs in fall quarter, but definitely this summer continue to work on our turbo vote and registering students to vote in the fall and the rest of this year. But there's a lot of work to be done this summer, and I'm excited to pick my cabinet.
That's awesome. So then I guess what I'm going to ask next, what I'm going to ask next is if a situation arises in fall quarter, such as a free speech wall, how will you and your leadership team kind of help unite the campus together? Because for the past 2 years, that free speech wall has really divided the campus, and it will most likely come up again in November.
Yeah, I think with the free speech wall, one, I think it's important that students have a place to put their voice and their opinions, but I do think the ASI president should play a role in being at that wall for the duration of that, for holding students accountable, of writing respectful and positive things. Just because it's a free speech wall doesn't mean that you can put hateful things up, but I think having a sense of community and having individuals there to hold students accountable and set the tone and atmosphere is what can definitely make it a more positive experience in the years to come if someone chooses to do that.
And then with supporters of Chase Dean, because you guys were very close, I looked at the numbers, I think you won by 600 votes or so. How are you going to reach out to them and show them that you're fighting for what they want? Because I know Chase Dean really campaigned on inclusivity and diversity, and how are you going to address those problems on campus with your administration?
Yeah, I think Chase did a great job of getting the support of those marginalized or underrepresented groups. But regardless of who was supporting who, I still want to advocate for all of their needs. And so for the rest of this year, I'm going to reach out to those groups and really involve them in the conversation, ask them what they need. That was something that I did run on, was bringing students to the table and not speaking for them. And so I want to make sure that I'm at the forefront of the conversations with them and not speaking on their behalf. So there's still some work to be done for the rest of this year, for sure.
And then also going on to next year, what is one thing that you want to define your presidency? Because each president seems to define something. Jason Colombini was able to push for the Mustang station to have alcohol back when he was president. What's something that you want to do to define your presidency?
I honestly think it'll depend on what the pulse of the campus is. I don't know what issues are going to happen. I don't know what priorities this campus needs for next year. I have ideas and things that I would love to carry out, but I think it's very dependent on what the student voice is at the time. But I do hope to bring a sense of community and collaboration, an outlet for students to speak up and have their voices be heard. So hopefully through those opportunities, we'll be able to have a legacy, I guess you could say.
So is there anything else you'd like to add to the student body? You want to address them at all?
Yeah, for the next couple of weeks until school's over, I'm really looking for a lot of input from the students of what they would like to see next year. I think it's a great way for us to build up what our cabinet is going to do and the direction we're headed in. So I think it'd be great for students, seeing how involved they were in this last election, to still continue to be involved and to reach out so that we can act on what they need.
Well, you just heard from Riley Nilsen. You can always check with MustangNews.net for more updates with ASI. For Mustang News, I'm Connor McCarthy. Have a great day.